I'm the champ.
All right.
This one always comes through nice and clear.
The champ is here. Yeah, no
Jimmy,
shit.
holding a 2-14 trivia record, did win last week.
Buddy, baby, let's get it. The champ.
Jimmy is our host. So, Jimmy, take us away.
I'm the champ.
What do you got for us this week?
I'm the champ. Who need a coin? I got a coin. All right. Hold on now. Who wants to call it?
Who's the visiting team?
Let's see. Matt, you're up. You've been the longest without a win.
I'd be the visiting team.
Yeah,
I'm going to call tails, just like in the Super Bowl. Calling tails. Let's go.
It's heads.
Oh, fuck.
That was the shittiest flip I ever.
It's got to land somewhere.
Brad, the whole time.
All right, you want to kick?
You want the ball, or are you deferring?
I'll go first. I'll go first.
All right. Which of these teams has won the most coin tosses in Super Bowl history?
Ooh, I like the question.
The Cowboys, the 49ers, the Patriots, or the Steelers? The most coin tosses in the history of the Super Bowl.
Cowboys, 49ers, Patriots, Steelers.
Sure.
Take it.
I'll go. And it was playoff coin flips, right? Or Super
Bowl only.
Super Bowl.
I'll go Patriots.
That is incorrect.
49ers. Let's go. Give it to me.
That is incorrect as well.
Gosh, damn it. I was confident too.
The Cowboys.
Gosh.
Cowboys have won 6. 49ers have won 5. The Dolphins have won 4. Patriots 3. And the Steelers aren't even on the list. So they've
Jerry Jones was probably paying for double-sided coins. I don't buy it.
Yeah, man. I don't get it either. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? How they have not even been? The Patriots been there every year.
I can't even recall watching a Cowboys Super Bowl.
That's the first one I remember. Was the Steelers Cowboys. It's like the first.
What was that, like 96?
Yeah, 95, 96. Yeah, like that.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, because the Packers were like the year after that. But yeah, that was the first one I remember watching.
Yeah. Okay. Question
number two. Which team was the last to win the coin toss and the game? Was it the Patriots, the Eagles, the Seahawks, or the Ravens?
Eagles.
That is incorrect.
Gosh, damn it.
The last to win both.
Patriots, Eagles, and who?
Seahawks and the Ravens.
I'll go Patriots again.
That is incorrect. It is the Seahawks. They did it.
Wow. So it's been so whoever wins the coin toss loses the game, is what you're telling us.
Yeah. Right? And this is
well,
according to that same website.
But that's what I mean is, what are you considering a win? Because most teams win and they defer. Does that still count as a win?
You won the coin toss. Yeah. Like you won it.
You got your choice.
Okay.
Yeah. If they didn't win it, you won it. And if you won it, they didn't, right? All right. Getting fun now.
Back to
Brad. What Super Bowl did Janet Jackson show her boobs? Was it? And I'm just going the number of the number, not the year. So 37, 38, 39, or 36.
39.
That is incorrect.
36, because it was Giants Ravens, wasn't it?
That is incorrect as well. No, it was Panthers Patriots, and it was Super Bowl 38. It was the year after the Bucks, it was
the year after the Bucks. That makes sense because I remember.
That's why I thought you might.
I remember still being in my house. You know, remember the house I grew up in Westbrook. I remember it being in that house where I was like, my mom and dad were like, "Oh, yeah, there was a titty on the TV, whatever, this and that." And I was I remembered it. I remembered all that like conversation being in that environment in the house I grew up in. But I thought it was the year before the Bucks won the Super Bowl, which would have been 36, right?
That'd have been the Rams
that was
Patriots year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the way I tried to rationalize it, and I was still fucking wrong.
I thought one of you guys would get that one for sure.
This is a sign to bet the under in the Super Bowl.
So now it's to Brad or to Matt.
No, it's back to me first here.
What
I'm getting this one right.
What jersey number did Adam Sandler wear when he played the Water Boy?
9.
So all right. That's I was worried about that one. That is correct. Yes.
Yep.
That was a quick answer in that word.
Let's go. Do I get 2 points because I didn't even need the options?
Get fucked.
Okay. All right.
Good answer though. I didn't know if that was a layup or not. I haven't watched that movie.
Brad, would you have known like right off the bat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'll throw that one out. Yeah, well, whatever.
No.
Mark.
You don't get to decide after the.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. You guys
I'm not giving up correct answers.
Just wait. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Because these are all tough. I'm trying to outsmart all you fuckers. Which of these players scored a fumble rooski in the 2009 Pro Bowl? Was it Ronnie Brown, LaRon McClain, Mike Sellers, or Owen Daniels? They did a fumble rooski in the Pro Bowl in 2009. Was this Brad?
Brad, you have first stab at it.
All offensive players, wasn't that Owen Daniels? I don't know.
Mike Sellers, LaRon McClain, Ronnie Brown.
LaRon McClain. We'll go McClain.
That's what was my guess too.
That is correct.
Yes. Yeah. Some reason I do I was like, oh, that seems right. I don't know why.
I watched that play today and I was like, dude, that's a good one, man. All right. Nice call, man. Well, fuck.
Ravens fullback too, wasn't he?
Yeah. That's that was another one where it was like, but
no,
it was a Pro
it was
Bowl.
just, I was guessing because typically they use those guys randomly.
Yeah,
and try to get him a treat.
Well, and he was the coach. I think Harbaugh was coaching that team that year. They lost the AFC Championship
Makes
game.
sense.
So he was Harbaugh was on the sideline. All right, in 2007, the late great Sean Taylor went against the unwritten Pro Bowl rule of not hitting and laid out a punter on a fake punt. Who was that punter? Was it Shane Leckler, Matt McBriar, Mitch Berger, or Brian Moorman?
Let's go Brian Moorman.
That is correct.
Let's go. I know I've seen the highlight because it was a fake punt run, right? And Taylor just completely levels
and
his.
Moorman was
I have
also
seen the
AFC's
replay.
punter for like 10 straight years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Leckler, it was hard to find punters for that
Both
question.
of Matt's questions I would have known without the damn answers even.
No, I didn't know that at Brian Moorman one. I've seen that highlight a lot, though.
I did pay Jimmy to order these questions.
Well, it's 2-1. Get fucked.
Yeah.
Well, we're on. Oh, fuck. So you got to get this one, right? We're on 8.
We're on 8, and it's 2-1 me.
Yep.
You said you had some extras, though. Let's do them all. Let's do them all and count them. Why not?
It's a lot of Brady questions at the end, though. But all right, man. That's fine because they're not easy.
Let me go. Wait, let me go get the football cards and I can read the backs of them to try to find answers.
And the history, and the history of Major League Professional Football. Okay, so just Major League and the history of the NFL. Yeah, well, that's what it said. Because it was including everything.
What year this starts?
No, it's including every type of like football though ever. It's not a hard. Just listen to the question. How many quarterbacks have thrown at least 500 passes left-handed? Now, that's a trivia question that is a guess for a lot of people.
What?
Yeah.
That's a guess, like a lot of this shit, man. I don't know.
I like the question, but we're talking about like we're trying to figure out how many left-handed quarterbacks that have stuck around.
That have thrown
throughout
500
all of the NFL
passes.
history, not since the modern passing. Like, do we have an idea
Including
of when this starts?
All of Major League Professional Football, according to sportscentral.org, which
Major League Professional Football.
That's what it refers to because it considers it before it was the NFL too. It's considering all right. I'll throw that one out.
The MLPF.
All these sports.
What leagues are you considering then? Like
the Canadian Football League, maybe.
That's what I'm. Is it?
No. American football. American football.
Yeah.
I'll throw that one out. No, I mean it's because then it's just numbers and
8. What about is 8? Is that correct?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's 11, 12, 13, or 14 but I can throw that one out. I looked this all up,
All
man.
right.
So
Yeah,
these
give
are
Brad a
all
better
legit.
question though, because his fate shouldn't
Right
depend
on.
on a question like that.
All right, here you go. This one's from Seahawks last night. What is Tom Brady's shoe size?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Is it 12 and a half, 12, 13, or 13 and a half?
I didn't know they did half sizes after 12.
They do. I do because I wear one. I probably wear the same shoe size as Tom Brady because we're both fucking great, right?
I'll go 12.
12 is correct.
Oh,
Because I'm pretty sure they don't make a 12 and a half. They
they
stop.
do,
Yeah, I
'cause
don't
that's the
know.
shoe
I
size
don't
I have
know.
to buy, and it's difficult as fuck to find them. Because when you go to the website to buy shoes, they hardly ever have 12 and a half.
Yeah, because
they make
makes
very
it above.
few
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
And a lot of people
Yeah.
need them. Fuck
All
you,
right.
Tom Brady.
So we go back to Matt because Brad tied it on the shoe size deal.
Oh, we're all
right.
square. We're in fucking. This isn't sudden death though. This is just. We're gonna have to, or should it be sudden death? The next correct answer wins.
Here,
Jimmy, it's up to you to
all
decide.
right, yeah, no, here, let me
Take a sip and think about it.
All right, hold on. All right.
You probably got a couple.
All right, I
questions.
got 2 more, and I have. All right, so this will be. All right. My bad.
Well,
this is lame.
I say you give us both. We each. Give
Okay.
a
All
question.
right. No, here we go. Yeah. And it's to Matt now.
Yes.
All right. How many straight years has Tom Brady been selected to the Pro Bowl? 11, 12, 14, or 13? How many straight years?
11.
That is incorrect.
12, 13, or 14.
Yep.
Oof. Go 13.
That is correct. And I think we have a winner.
Oh,
All right. I was thinking back because I was like,
fuck
man,
Tom
Hennessy would've
Brady,
got hurt,
man.
right?
I'm done with that guy. I'm fucking
Yeah.
done with that guy.
Hey, man, you wanted these questions up, so I had to go to the depth.
How does he can't squeeze into a 12 and a half?
And fuck
gotta
you with the
settle
damn
at a
history
Squeeze
decent
of
into it.
12.
Why would you know it's
Let-
custom
Is that why
made?
he wears the number 12? Because it's his fucking shoe size he reads on the tongue of the
Yeah,
shoe?
exactly, man. He's a
What a
dumb guy.
fucking-
But
he doesn't-
left-handed fucking
he's not a
passes,
thinking
you
man.
fucking assholes. That's a real number. It's a real fucking stat. You guys are dumb. And the answer was 13 quarterbacks have
Do
thrown.
you have a list of all
500.
13 quarterbacks?
I do.
that did
You
it?
want me to pull it up? Hold on.
Yeah.
Randall
I-
But
Cunningham.
it won't be fun when I do
Michael
this.
Vick.
Randall's a right,
I gotta
buddy.
find the one
shit.
tab.
Good
Randall
start.
Cunningham.
Good start.
Oh my god.
I associated with Michael Vick, so I figured
Randall
they're both
Cunningham,
lefties.
Righty. I was just
There's
curious
not a
how
lot of
many
good
were
lefties,
NFL
though. It
guys.
is kind of weird. It'd be cool if like Herbert was a lefty, right? Because he's
Boomer.
this kind of like
You know,
crazy
you
arm
kinda
talent.
think there was almost like one lefty every kind of. It was like Boomer.
Every era there was
Yeah.
a lefty.
But the thing is, 500 pass attempts. That's not a whole lot. You know what I mean? That's kind of like a 1-year
Yeah.
starter plus change
Like,
back in the day.
Elway's another one I always think of as being a lefty, but was he or wasn't he?
Are you drunk?
I am a little bit. But like
No.
no, but I bring
Righty,
this.
Yes, he was also drafted. Yeah, yes, he's. I
I bring this up
right.
because in the game I grew up playing NFL Blitz, all the special quarterbacks could also throw the ball with their left hand. Like
That's why
Aikman,
that's why you
Aikman
should've
could throw
grown-
the
you
ball with
should've
his left
grown up-
hand.
You should have grown up playing Madden,
So,
not
Blitz was
Blitz.
way better than
All right.
Madden in that era, dude. NFL
That-
Blitz was
You know what?
a
If you played
fucking
Madden,
excellent
you'd be
game.
like,
The history
hell,
of-
a righty or a lefty.
Major League Professional Football includes the NFL, AFL, AAFC, and USFL. And that is right
Jesus.
here.
I know what the first three are.
Yeah, well, hey, man, this is a
The
number
Major
right here.
League
Yeah.
Football.
Jeff
is going
I mean,
Jordan.
on.
ultimately,
Was
they're all
Jeff
going to
George
be.
a lefty?
They're all going to be. Good God.
No, I'm striking out on lefties.
You ever heard of Mark
See?
Brunell?
What about Jeff Blake?
What about that Mike
Bengals
Vick guy?
I mentioned
Yeah,
him.
we named
He's the
him.
only one I've gotten
all
right.
All right, yeah.
Only one I gotten right.
We were
Scott.
talking about Boomer and Vic. We're the
All
kind of
right.
Why
Ken-
isn't there good
Ken
lefties,
Stabler?
man? That's bullshit.
Stabler was a lefty.
Stabler.
Okay.
We need another good lefty quarterback,
that
dude.
Steve Young dude wasn't bad.
He was lefty. See, I didn't. I wouldn't have thought about.
We're at 4. We're at 4 though.
Beers and bets.
Go. Let's keep going.
Oh, on this list?
Yeah, well, let's try. Let's try to keep naming lefty quarterbacks.
Oh fuck! All right. I mean, what?
You named like the 4 most obvious lefties.
Oh, me?
Yeah, but there was like 11 or 13 of them.
No, 13 of them. Yeah.
Who's at the bottom of this list that we missed?
I don't
know.
What
about Johnny Unitas? What hand did he throw?
That'd be another righty, buddy.
What hand did he jerk off with?
Well, most teams hate lefties because you have to revert your whole playbook. So your X becomes your Z. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. It fucks up everything.
I think that's another old-fashioned thing that it's like, oh, you can throw a football. You could probably like turn 45 degrees this way and throw it.
Well, it wasn't as technical.
It probably shouldn't
they could adjust.
Well, it's more for like the linemen probably and shit too, that they draft like better people at that. Like everyone's built to kind of protect a right-handed quarterback for the most part. Like it's more rare, I would think. Like it's like fucking.
But I mean, also they have the same job. It's just generally the left tackle is better, right?
If you have a lefty, you need a right tackle that's able to truly be a pass blocking stud. Most teams get away with having the left tackles being their only pass block stud. The right tackle's a little weaker, better run blocker.
Yeah. So
the Bucks have an O-line that's built perfectly for a lefty quarterback, though, because the right tackle's actually better than the left tackle.
You want Tua? I bet.
I actually don't want Tua. I don't want Tua.
And since Tebow, there hasn't really been a quarterback worth changing your whole, scheme around, like to make to adjust.
He couldn't
throw that worked out.
He was an absolute stud, man. Won a playoff game, man. You know how we.
No, but who's like a weird lefty on here? We should have known we did. I mean, because 13. That's because I was thinking I could name a half dozen, maybe.
Quincy Carter.
No,
it's another righty. Are you dyslexic?
It's hard to come up with lefties, dude.
I watched a lot of them.
Stabler, Mark Brunell, Frankie Albert, Jim Zorn.
Oh, Jimmy Zorn.
Scott Mitchell, Bobby Douglas.
I wouldn't have thought of any of these guys. They got shitty names. No wonder.
Yeah. Well, that's why the question got thrown out.
Bobby fucking Douglas. How do you succeed as a quarterback with that name?
Bobby D, baby.
He wasn't any good. That dude was shitty, though. He just threw a lot, I guess, because I don't know, man. I don't know if these are all the dudes that threw for that stat, but this is a ranking of the top left-handed quarterbacks. Right. The number was just, though, because I verified all the numbers that they have listed, and then they had that number about 13 quarterbacks through at least 500. I was like, that's just interesting as fuck.
What I'm coming to the conclusion, like, well, first, let's get this out of the way. If your mom names you Bobby Douglas, you're not going to be a good NFL quarterback.
Well, do you think he really was William Douglas?
I mean, maybe, but I mean,
what about Robbie?
It says Bobby on all of his stats.
Themselves Bobby?
Maybe, dude. I don't know. Have you been to the southern parts of the country?
Yes, yeah. We've seen
I mean, they name people
Bobby Boucher.
Bubba, and
Bobby Boucher. Bobby Boucher.
Well, I guess Booger's name was Anthony. I was
pissed at the fucking
dude. I had a great idea the other day. You know how
parlay the entire Super Bowl.
Let me think it through. But it was related to the Booger Mobile, right? And it's all coming back together now. I had this high idea the other day, but
idea.
Booger McFarland, Monday Night Football, they had him in the stands in the Booger Mobile. That would bring him around, rotate him around
I think a broken down fucking stands. Cart.
You guys know that the owner of the Clippers, what's his name? Something like Ballmer. The rich dude that owns the Clippers.
Oh, yes.
And he's like also like a Clippers super fan. Like he gets super into it.
Like he was a super fan before owner even.
Yeah. They need to make in the Clippers arena, they need to make like a lifeguard type stand that elevates him above the crowd for the Clippers owner Ballmer to sit in. And he can just be going buck wild up there in the lifeguard stand. And everybody else can enjoy that experience. It's like another form of entertainment. It's not a good idea. I mean, you don't like it?
I guess you're forgetting about the most entertaining owner in the league.
They're gonna treat him like
Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
Who's that?
I don't know, dude. The Clippers,
bullshit.
dude.
What other does your pussy little owner get on the fucking court and get in the faces of refs? No. Does your owner get banned from games? No. Because
get Cuban a lifeguard stand too. I just like the idea of putting
doesn't
the
want
fucking
it.
guy way up in
Cuban
the air
likes
for
children
everybody to see.
It reminds me of
It'd be
Space
fun.
Jam where they put Danny DeVito's like character, like the guy that narrated, you know,
That might be what creeped it
smoking
into
a
my
cigar.
brain.
Yeah, totally, dude. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's what I keep thinking of. I'm like, that sounds just like Space Jam, where, yeah.
Matt's ripping off Space Jam for our podcast. You creative bastard, you.
Hey, man, I mean, the effort's needed, man. We need some likes and shit. So, you know, we're trying to drive those numbers up. But
I like the lifeguard stand idea.
Why not
just put like 6 of them in every stadium and you can buy a lifeguard stand ticket, and then the super fans like are there for everybody to see, and then the cameraman can get them easy
because then you fuck over everybody in the view.
No, because this isn't the booger mobile that requires all the mechanics. It's just
one lifeguard.
Matt,
big ass in
Matt,
there.
have you ever been to an NBA
town?
game? Because you're talking NBA, right?
I actually have not.
Okay.
No, I have not.
There is not a ton of space. Well,
yeah,
there wasn't an arena in St. Louis, right? There's not one in Kansas City, and I don't really give a fuck about the NBA.
Side. Have you ever watched an NBA game?
Not in years. Not in years.
Okay. There's fans. There's something called courtside seats. If
no, that's what he's talking.
Tell me about that.
No, but they all need They all need lifeguard stands.
So then you fuck over everybody in the second row because you got all these people high on the hogs.
No, the lifeguard stand wouldn't have to be courtside. It could be, 10 rows back, and then at that point you can kind of see
fucking somebody up. This is most ridiculous.
Okay, you hang the lifeguard stand from the ceiling, right?
No,
so it doesn't block anything underneath
in the building.
No.
And the lifeguards from the fucking building. We don't have the lifeguards.
Or something like, what the hell?
No, dude, I saw some video of Steve Ballmer, and it's like I want to see that more than I want to see the Clippers basketball team, right? I want to see this crazy bald old guy just going buck wild.
Aren't they pretty good right now though? They got Kawhi and
they are. I mean, they can't get over the hump of winning the championship.
Yeah, I mean, they're better than the fucking. We got to start talking basketball, right, guys? They're better than the Nets are right now. You seen that shit show, dude? What's going on with the fucking Kyrie, dude? Dude's a fucking idiot. What is that deal about?
I mean, that's been known. I don't even watch basketball, and that's been known for years.
Yeah,
the COVID thing.
It's just fucking weird, man. It's like, dude, you're fucking up.
It's just funny. The 2 teams before the year, everybody's like, oh, it's going to be fucking the Brooklyn Nets and the
Lakers and Nets.
And no matter what.
They both kind of suck right now.
Yeah.
How's that Russell Westbrook experience? And I love Russell Westbrook.
Dude, that was the stupidest fucking thing.
I knew it was going to be a nightmare.
Nobody
for LeBron.
thought that would work, man.
No matter how good of a leader you are, LeBron doesn't have a way to control that gremlin. Nobody does, man.
Dude, why would you
He's
put him on a
awesome.
team
He's fun
with
to watch, but he's not a team player. He's not a team player.
He's a selfish asshole.
Came down to they were dead set
to get
like a third guy, and they really wanted Bradley Beal, Chaminade, St. Louis.
Yeah, right. Represent.
But instead they locked him down with the max contract. And if you're the team that has the player, you can give him a contract that's worth like almost 10 more million a year in the NBA. So for him, it's like, yeah, I'll stay here. But once they knew he wasn't an option, the Lakers were like, oh fuck, what we do now? We need a
why did they
guard
think
that can shoot. But instead we go and get
they were like, we were already talking to the Washington Wizards, so who else do they got?
They
got Russell Westbrook. LeBron, what do you think about Russell Westbrook?
There's 1,000 guys out there, but they went out and got every fucking old guy too. They got Carmelo, right? Didn't they get him?
And he's played great. He's been
he's been good. Well, I mean, it's just funny how
Dwight Howard.
Who really believed when they got Russell Westbrook that it was like, man, that's gonna change the damn that. Now they got that's the big 3. Nobody, dude. That was the stupidest move.
That you're already. It's almost like this circle of point guards because now you're hearing rumors that maybe the Lakers will trade Russ back to Houston to get John Wall. So it's like these 3 point guards are just rotating.
That's not a fix either, though, is it? Is that any better?
Well, he would make more sense because he'd be more of a true point guard, like a pass first guy.
He's not, as,
you know what I mean? He would.
Is he still fat?
I mean,
John Wall got really fat.
I mean, we're not talking like Jamarcus.
And that's
Russell
his guy. That was the dude that
Yeah.
did this, right? Yeah, that was my guy. Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
that shit was.
It's
yeah.
been a long time since he was.
Yeah, it
doing
has.
that.
Jesus fucking Christ. Looks like he's been doing a lot of that since then, man. Because but that whole fucking experiment, man. I don't know. They fucked up. And like the weird thing is there's a team out there that could use a guy like that to sell tickets and shit to fans. Like they could use a guy like Westbrook, and yet he's just screwing around on the Lakers and not doing anything that's going to contribute to it.
Because it was kind of big. They were in OT
just
a couple days ago, and they sat him in overtime.
Ultimately, like LeBron had to have a decent amount of say in bringing him in. I don't know, like
that's what I don't get either. I don't know why
false
he wanted
confidence
that.
in changing. Russell Westbrook is unchangeable, right?
I think false confidence is a fair class like a fair thing to say about him because he's he made JR into a successful player, like all these idiots, like
but then
so maybe he was like, I can do it with Russ too. Maybe
because we saw it cost him.
You've
with
never dealt with a big star like him.
Remember when JR forgot what the score was?
Oh yeah.
It's like the dudes work out.
That was in the fucking finals, dude.
Man. That was huge,
I think part of it too is everybody thought, oh well, Russ is from LA. If he just gets back, he played college at UCLA. If he gets back here, he'll do whatever it takes to win.
No, dude. I can tell from watching Russell Westbrook on the TV.
He likes his triple doubles. He likes his triple doubles.
He's a me guy. He's a me guy.
We're not football pros, and we're definitely not basketball pros. But I can watch, we can all watch that guy and be like, he'll be on his own team. Yeah, he'll be like the guy that puts up all the great points, but it's like you know what you're getting with him.
Yeah,
like it makes so much sense. He and Kevin Love were teammates at UCLA. Because they're the same kind of player.
Yeah.
Like they put up points on crappy teams.
At least Kevin Love won a championship too. It was like a key a key part in that. So
who would be who's the best Russell Wilson comparison to the NFL? It's almost like gotta be a wide receiver. Like would it be Odell Beckham?
Odell has to be Odell.
Because he's super crazy.
No, but Odell hasn't put up enough production lately. Like who's annoyingly productive but always
Antonio Brown.
Yeah,
about him.
Even once he became annoying, he wasn't that productive. Like he was productive when he would play, but it was no one he got suspended and shit. He was like off teams.
I got
frostbite.
I got Kyler Murray. I got Kyler Murray.
But Kyler Murray's not enough of like a hothead.
Hear me out though, because at the Pro Bowl,
he was stat chasing.
No, he wasn't stat chasing. After the Pro Bowl, he deleted everything ever associated with the Cardinals and him on all of his social media.
Ooh.
The only two photos he had on Instagram was him getting the Heisman and him throwing a touchdown pass to CeeDee Lamb.
Why did he do that?
At the
Is
Pro
he a free
Bowl.
agent?
He's up for his fifth year, that to extend that 5th year contract on the rookie deal. And he wants an extension. He wants the 40-50 mil a year. He doesn't want that bullshit extension. So he's pouting, but it's like that's kind of that role of whenever I know whenever
I would watch Kyler for a few
whenever
years.
I know I can get more, I'll take more. And it's kind of that mindset.
Russell Westbrook just has the talent where it's more obvious. So AB, I feel like actually might be a better, because it's like when you see it, that God, there's something there. But then
he's as good as anybody there is at the actual skills of the game.
Right.
What about Trayvon Diggs?
Up here,
Trayvon Diggs would be a perfect
But it's
example,
still
right?
it's like because it hasn't caused him enough of a headache.
He gambles, Yeah, it's a tough comp.
Russ does more than gamble, dude. He's just a fucking head case.
He's
I love watching it.
He's productive. He is productive in the right.
Yeah, but
it's just when you're a point guard that
Odell,
you a lot, you can't hit threes.
He's productive in the right system, but they just got to teach Westbrook to shut up, because that's what Odell has done, and he's actually done it well, and they have won probably because of And
it's probably easier in the NFL when you're one of 11 people on offense and one of 52 on a team to try to get pushed down into getting where you fit in mode.
And your body language
in the NBA, you're one of 5 guys. You're like, oh, I'm that dude. I'm the shit. It's harder to get pushed back into where Odell's been pushed.
Right.
No
matter what.
I mean, we've laughed at Odell about his whole Bitcoin decision to take his whole thing in Bitcoin from the Rams.
Yeah.
And now his Rams contract is going to be worth $35,000.
That's all a fucking marketing scheme, anyways.
But
like the Rams are paying him money, and he buys Bitcoin with it. They're not paying him Bitcoin.
It's just basketball's on a different money level. You know, like Russ is probably getting 30-something million a year. Like AD, LeBron, they're all
40s.
So it's such a different money thing. It's tough to compare at times.
Yeah, it is because there's no real like.
It's almost similar to baseball in that your top few.
Well, I'm like if you show like poor like sportsmanship or whatever in the NBA, you kind of got to go out of your way in the NFL to do it because there's so many people on the sideline and shit. Like,
it's so easy to see in the NBA.
Yeah, and
right?
the NBA, if you're showing bad body language, people are gonna be like, "Yo, look at Russ, he's pouting or whatever." Like, you don't have a helmet, you don't have pads, you don't have teammates around you, even kind of trying to calm you down and hide it. Like, you're not surrounded by giant. Well, you're surrounded by giant men, but you're not surrounded by giant dudes like. And pads trying to kind of like keep, I don't know. It's a bad rat. I mean, it sucks for us, but he also puts himself in that spot. I mean, I really believe, he kind of, I don't know.
He cracks me up. Like he was my favorite basketball players for years. He probably still is because I haven't really watched it since. I kind of fell off on the NBA. It's just, especially regular season. I just can't stand to sit through a NBA regular season game. Playoffs, it's a little bit different, but I love watching Russ. But I mean, even as a fan of his, I recognize that he doesn't play winning basketball, right?
Right.
He's just out there to have a good time and put up numbers. Like he really, it's not that he doesn't want to win. It's that he doesn't like have a way to process the game into putting the team first and what's good for the team to win versus what's good for him to make a play.
Yeah.
Like his whole mindset only allows him to think about what it takes to make a play.
Oh, you're right. You want to put a new point guard to root for since you said you haven't watched. Check out Memphis, Ja Morant.
I've seen him.
We saw
I bought some basketball cards in the too, even though I don't fucking
as well.
watch.
In March, he kind of made a statement that year before he graduated.
Yep, he did.
But he's crazy. He was the guy that got drafted.
Murray State. Okay, Murray State. I remember that guy.
It was kind of like Zion Williamson and him. And, right now he's going for like 26 points, 6 boards, 7 assists.
He was ripping it up that year. That's funny. That's cool.
He's the same super athletic point guard, right?
Yeah, and he just keeps on that same trajectory. Like every year he's improved.
And Russ, in fairness to him, kind of, and it sounds lame to give him like a little credit, but he kind of did see it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like the writing was on the wall. They lost the championship to the Heat, right? When they had Durant and Harden and that whole that core of pretty.
But that was actually Durant's fault that year.
Okay, but I'm asking.
I remember that because I actually cared about that one.
But then
Russell scored like 43 points and 38 points in another game.
No.
Russell was going off.
No, I'm saying though. Finals. Then after that, they all like Harden and Durant left, right? Or did Westbrook leave first?
Harden left first and that wasn't Harden's decision. That was the team's decision to pay Ibaka instead of James Harden. So that was management's mistake.
Okay, right? But that's what I mean. So he kind of saw how the mega teams work. And so maybe in his eyes, it is like, dude, fuck it. Like, I'm playing for me because I've seen how organizations work. I've been moved around a ton. Like they don't want to buy into me. I'm not going to buy into them kind of deal. Like, that's a lame way to look at it, but he does have that reasoning behind it because they lost to the Heat, right? That one year with LeBron and Dwayne, with Wade and Bosh. And
Russ has never been willing to share. Harden used to never be willing to share until he got old and all of a sudden wanted to start winning.
Yeah.
It was kind of it's funny. Of those big three, Durant was never the issue because Durant actually will play team ball. Yeah. He's happy to pass and get rebounds. But with Russ and Harden on the same team, they knew it wasn't feasible.
No, I'm not saying that. I knew that was going to blow up. My point is like he saw that blow up and saw those guys go on like Durant to win a championship. And he's sitting there playing the team that, like the Heat that went and blew it up to make a mega team too. So for him, it's like, dude, this is just lame. Like everyone, it's bullshit to him. I could see how it's like, dude, I'm just going to go out and do me. Like, fuck it, because everyone's going to go out and sign.
Yeah, the season ends when it ends. I'm just going to get mine.
The other thing, his other teammates,
maybe then I'll get added to be on one of those mega teams.
That's his fuck up then, because look at Durant. They've changed their games throughout their career. He's the only one that refuses to change.
But I mean, out of all of them, Durant had to go to Golden State to get his championships, right? Which props to him for making the right decision in doing so.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough to satisfy Durant, though, still, because he had to go to Brooklyn to try to win one without Curry because he realized Curry was still going to get all the love.
Still getting all the love, dude. Yeah.
Right? So even Durant, the one who made the best decision out of the three, still wasn't
Golden
happy.
State. That's just for Curry. That's
I like Golden State before they were good. This is the fucked up thing
Curry
about my
was the
brain as a
shit.
sports fan.
Yeah, man.
I loved Harrison Barnes and Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond. But then once they got good, I was like, fuck, this team's the best now. I can't root for the best team.
Exactly, dude.
So
You're like a douchebag, man. Yeah. It's bullshit.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad that Brady left, because I don't need to root for the best team. I just need to root for my team.
There you go. Yeah. That's a good way to look at it, because that's going to be the way you're looking at it for quite a while.
That'll be the next 40 years, probably the rest of my life.
We won't have to hear about the Bucks every week.
You got one though, brother.
Oh, you'll still hear about them, man.
No. Even
still
when
hear about them.
Nah.
All right.
This past year when.
Oh yeah, this is good.
Let's call it a week. We'll get back. Well, we won't call it a week. We'll get back to it tomorrow.
Yep, we're gonna get.
We'll actually
get
a Super Bowl picks tomorrow, like on the spread of the game, over under. Talk some game strategy. All right.
Cheers,
fellas.
Cheers.
Taking a sip.
With the